It's an interesting time for business. Tariff and trade policies are dynamic, supply chains are squeezed, and cash flow, it's tighter than ever. If your business can't adapt in real time, you are in a little bit of hurt. So how do you get full visibility and adapt in real time? Over 42,000 businesses trust NetSuite by Oracle, your AI-powered business management suite. It brings accounting, financial management, inventory, and HR all under one roof. NetSuite is the #1 cloud ERP for a reason. It's your single source of truth, giving you the data and control you need to move quickly. Real-time forecasting helps you move into the future with confidence, and with AI built in, you can automate the busy work and focus on strategy. NetSuite helps you see what's stuck, what it's costing you, and how to pivot fast. If I were running a business with a lot of moving parts, I'd use NetSuite for full control over everything. Tame the chaos with NetSuite. If your revenues are at least in the 7 figures, download the free ebook, Navigating Global Trade, 3 Insights for Leaders at netsuite.com/SPI. That's netsuite.com/SPI. You spent months building towards launch day, but when the clock hits 0, your site crashes. Bots swarm, and loyal fans rage on Reddit. That's not good. Fanfare was built to stop that. Fanfare is the drop platform made for high-pressure moments, stampede-proof infrastructure, verified waitlists, and bot filters that actually work. Instead of refunds and rage, you get retention and revenue. And that sounds great to me. Your next launch shouldn't be a gamble. Get Fanfare's 5-step hype drop playbook and learn how to bulletproof your drop at fanfare.io/playbook. Again, that's fanfare.io/playbook.
You're listening to the Smart Passive Income Podcast, a proud member of the Entrepreneur Podcast Network, a show that's all about working hard now so you can sit back and reap the benefits later. And now your host. He believes FAIL is an acronym for First Attempt in Learning, Pat Flynn.
You're such a tool, is what I say to the tools I use, because that's what they are. I don't know, that's a weird intro. Anyway, welcome in. I'm going to be talking about some of the tools that I'm using right now in my business and in my life, and I haven't done one of these roundup tool episodes in a while. I was thinking about calling it Tool Time, but then, Tim Allen's pretty cool, and Home Improvement was an awesome show. Al was the star, in my opinion. And actually, did you know that Brad, the kid, the older brother, played soccer in San Diego, and I was in the same tournament as him. We never played against each other. There was a crowd around watching him, but I never actually saw him, but I knew it was him. Anyway, random. Tool time. We're going with tool time right now. So the first tool I want to drop for you is a tool that I got recommended to by my friend Matt Wolf. Matt has recently created a brand new YouTube channel, less than a year old, with like over 100,000 subscribers, really quickly gaining steam. Why? Because he's talking about AI, and he's showing a lot of things with regards to tools like Midjourney and ChatGPT. I've been starting to explore AI a little bit more, and I've actually been using ChatGPT quite a bit to write email copy, write sales page copy, not copy paste, but to provide for me a starting point, right? No longer am I staring at a blank screen, which is really nice. But this tool that Matt Wolf offered in a recent video is called My Mind. So My Mind, and you can go to mymind.com. And if you imagine a Pinterest board for your brain, right? Anytime you are on the internet, or you can even take a picture or whatever, there's an Android and iOS app, and I use the Chrome extension most of all. You save it, right? Just like you would with like an Evernote snippet, or, you can highlight a quote and save it, all that kind of stuff. But the magic works with the AI. The AI is doing all the categorization for you, right? It's like, that's what the AI does. So over time, as you collect these things, you're going to eventually have a search bar, or you have a search bar. You can type notes in this as well. But essentially, the prompt when you go to your My Mind page is search my mind. And so imagine having thousands of things of interest that you just aren't organized. They're like in your brain. And as I always say, your brain does a good job of coming up with ideas and creating things, but not really organizing them. Well, this can organize it for you. So My Mind, and I don't even believe I'm paying for it right now at this time. So mymind.com, I find an article, I find a picture, I find some accessory that I want to add on my vehicle, whatever it is. Like, I don't have to tag it. You can tag it, but it like just knows. Oh, here are it's just wild, right? It just knows how to categorize things for you, to search through these things, and it just analyzes all that stuff for you. So My Mind. And yes, my mind is blown because of that tool. So I've been using that. I had mentioned ChatGPT. I'm going to add that to the list for me personally as well. Been using it for sales copy, like I said. And the one thing I've learned, I do have a video on my YouTube channel that you can check out on how to use it for podcasting. And you can type in, what questions should I ask Tim Ferriss when he's coming on my podcast? You can teach it things. Here is a bio of the guest that's coming onto my podcast. What are some innovative and engaging questions I can ask that may have never been asked before? You can offer ChatGPT a transcript. After you upload that transcript or just copy and paste it, you can basically say, write me a summary of this. And boom, you got show notes now. You could teach it things about your audience and then ask questions as if it is a person you are speaking to learn about how to best serve that audience. It is wild. It is crazy. It is awesome. So I'm using that. I'm also using a tool called Kubera. And I have to thank Michael Stelzner from Social Media Marketing World for this one, because he introduced it to me in a mastermind that we have been in for over a decade together with Cliff Ravenscraft, Leslie Samuel, Mark Mason, and Ray Edwards. And he brought this tool to the table. And it's essentially like a mint.com or a Wealthfront, not even like a Wealthfront, but more of a asset tracker. And you can connect it to your banks, to your NFTs if you have any, to your home. Like, it actually knows the value of your home through like Zillow or Redfin, and it tracks all this, and you can calculate your net worth, and it calculates it, down to the dollar. And you get a report every day on if it goes up, if it goes down. You can see where there might be holes. You can do some really amazing things with it. And it is a paid tool. And the reason why I'm choosing to pay for this rather than using a tool like Mint or something like that is because they don't sell your information, right? They're not offering that data to anybody else. You're paying to get access to this tool and the connections to all these things. And I find it just the most easily organized one. I also found that of all the ones that I've explored that are similar, it actually provides me the most connections. I have a lot of different investments and other things across different financial institutions and whatnot, and this connects to them all. And it even connected to my crypto things. I don't have much crypto, by the way. And I think a lot of people would say, well, I don't have much crypto anymore, but I never really had a lot to begin with. But Kubera, Kubera, if you end up using it, I think right now it's like $299 a year, which is a little high for a asset tracker. That's definitely, minus $299 is on there for using the tool. No, I mean, it is a business write-off, but no, it's great. I love it, and it's working really well. On the team, I have to credit Kristen on our team, who is on the operations team. She is an amazing person, and she offered this tool for the team to use, and we've adopted it, and I'm actually really liking it. So I've stepped back into the marketing director role recently, and so I have some people under me who report to me, and I need to know and check in with them, not just for one-on-ones, but how are they feeling? I need to get a pulse, and that's what it's called inside this tool called 15-5. 1-5, like 15, but the numbers 1-5, and then spelled out 5, F-I-V-E. So the number 1, the number 5, 5. Little bit of a pet peeve of mine when domains and brand names use 5 and 5 and what, like, how do you know if you spell it? How do you know if you don't? Especially anybody who uses the number 2 in their business, like farm to table. Is it the number 2? Is it T-O? Is it T-O-O? T-W-O? The letter, or I don't know. So anyway, 15-5, 1-5-5 is a tool that allows you to, manage your team, and the entire team's in there. Matt and I have one-on-ones together, and then every director has those who are under them available, and you get to check in with the team. You get a pulse every single week. You can ask questions to make sure that the culture within your business is the way it should be. And it's never always going to be rainbows and unicorns, but in the week and a half that I've used it now, I've really enjoyed it, and it's allowed me to really get in the heads of those who work for me, and it allows me to do what I can to make sure that their scores are higher and that they're happy. And if they're not happy, I'll know it now, and I want to make sure I know that so I can help pivot and adjust things to a point where they will be happy. So shout out to the marketing team, by the way. You guys are awesome. Another tool that I'm using that I want to share with you is, and I have to credit Jeff, my trainer from Total Body Construction, for this one. It is called Sleep Watch. And this is an app that I use on my phone that connects to my watch. And I thought people who slept with watches were crazy. Like, why would you do that? You're going to knock yourself out in the middle of the night. And then I was like, who flails their arms while sleeping like that? Maybe I do sometimes. I bet my wife would attest to that. Anyway, you sleep with your watch on, your Apple Watch, and this thing will track your sleep. And I've used sleep trackers before. I've used the Oura Ring before, and they're okay. But never have I gotten data like this, data that goes really deep into my rhythms, my heart rate dips, and it gives me a score. And what I really love about this, more than the data that comes in, I mean, I love data for sure, but it actually asks me prompts midday, which normally I'm like, why would I get an app that interrupts me? I mean, it's not like a siren, but it's a notification. It's like, how's your energy right now? Right? Are you feeling really energized? Are you feeling a little bit tired or whatever? And so you answer these questions, and over time, it begins to learn a little bit more about the things that you do and why you are energetic or not. And even things like, I remember waking up one day and feeling pretty groggy. So I tapped when I woke up, like not really feeling rested at all. And it was like, hey, did you do anything the previous day, or did you eat anything or drink any alcohol? And I was like, well, I had a couple beers for dinner. And then I made the connection in my head after the next time. I was like, okay, I'm going to have a beer with dinner this next week. We're out with friends getting pizza, and I'm going to have a beer. I'm going to enjoy myself, and I want to see how I sleep. And lo and behold, both nights that I slept poorly were nights after I drank alcohol. And then I looked at the data even further and noticed that my heart rate dip, which it should always dip while you're sleeping, was almost non-existent. In fact, there were moments where it actually went up while I was sleeping. And so I'm beginning to make connections there. And it's like, okay, if I have an important thing the next morning, no alky, right? So things like that are really interesting. And so, I'm looking at my phone right now, and that app is right front and center because it's been really, really helpful. There are some other apps that I use. Duolingo, I'm trying to learn Japanese. I might head to Japan this year to attend a Pokemon event. That's where the World Championships are going to be. Oh, an interesting one that I've been using a lot, which maybe doesn't necessarily have to do with business, but it does have to do with joy, if you will, and that's chess.com. I don't know where this came from, but all of a sudden, at least here in the US, I don't know if it is the same around the world, but there's just like huge wave of people playing chess. So much so that my son came home from school one day and was like, Dad, we play chess at school. And I was like, wait, you're in middle school and you play chess? Like, you want to play chess? And they're like, yeah, it's what we play at lunch. And everybody's playing on chess.com on their phones together because, yeah, my son's at that age now where he has a phone. So he was like, could I get chess.com? And I'm like, okay, we can get it. It's free. And then there's like upgrades to get the puzzles. And I'm like, oh, this is like educational. So I think it would be worth. Anyway, we got him the puzzles. And he's rating really high, which is nice. And, I still haven't let him, I'm not going to let him ever beat me. He still has not beat me. Although I do have to say, and I want to cement this into this audio right now for in the future when he listens to this randomly. Actually, I'm going to talk to him right now. Keone, you're 13. Remember when we went to Cheesecake Factory for, I think it was Mother's Day. No, it wasn't Mother's Day. It was somebody's birthday. We went to Cheesecake Factory and we had to wait 2.5 hours. So we ended up playing chess together while we were waiting. And we were playing a game. You had me pinned, bro. You were going to win. And it would be the first time in Flynn family history that a son would beat a father. My dad never let me win, by the way, and still to this date. And then your timer ran out. Your 10-minute timer ran out. And I remember specifically because your mom was watching over my shoulder, you chasing me down, and I was just moving my king away, away, away. And then all of a sudden the pop-up said, you lost for you. And I won. Be on time. That's the lesson. Anyway, thank you all for listening in today. Just a fun little episode here. What are some apps that you are using? What are some tools that are really helpful for you right now in whatever it is that you're doing? If you're in the All Access Pass or inside of SPI Pro, share away because I love hearing about these things. Also, just a huge congratulations to everybody in the All Access Pass at this current moment in time. We're right in the middle of the YouTube from Scratch Accelerator, an accelerator inside of our All Access Pass, right? Because All Access gives you all access. You get access to all of our courses. However, just information alone isn't it. You need guidance. You need pathways through them. So Ashley and her team, who we hired specifically for this purpose, she rounds up people and says, hey, we're all going to go through this course together at the same time. I'm going to give you the lessons to watch by when, and there's office hours. You can come in. They're optional, but let's get through it together. Success rate is so much higher than just the online courses alone. So anyway, smartpassiveincome.com/all access. It's open right now. There's accelerators happening all throughout the year. You don't want to miss them if you want to actually move forward in your business. smartpassiveincome.com/all access. Please, if you want to succeed in online business, I've never been this forward with how much something we've created can absolutely change your life and help you. smartpassiveincome.com/all access. The team, the courses, the community. This is proven stuff now. I'm so confident that this is the number one resource in place to learn online business. Hands down. smartpassiveincome.com/all access. Have that be the tool that you use and share. Thanks, everybody. Take care. I appreciate you. I'll see you in the next one. Peace. Thank you so much for listening to the Smart Passive Income podcast at smartpassiveincome.com. I'm your host, Pat Flynn. Sound editing by Duncan Brown. Our senior producer is David Grabowski, and our executive producer is Matt Gartland. The Smart Passive Income podcast is a production of SPI Media and a proud member of the Entrepreneur Podcast Network. Catch you next week. Have you dreamt about being your own boss, but still haven't made the first steps to making that dream a reality? Well, I get that. Starting a business can feel super overwhelming with legal forms, paperwork, finances. It's a lot. And that's why I'm excited to tell you about Taylor Brands. Taylor is a complete business builder designed to make launching your business simple and stress-free. You can register your LLC in just minutes, keeping your personal assets and the business assets separate from day one. From there, you get access to everything you need to get off the ground. Legal documents, licenses and permits, invoicing and bookkeeping tools, and even a 100-day business coaching program, all designed to help you hit the ground running. You'll also get a free, personalized business plan, branding tools, and so much more. And of course, listeners of this show get an exclusive 35% discount to get started. All you have to do is head to taylorbrands.com/SPI. That's TAILORBRANDS.com/SPI. Stop dreaming, start building with Taylor Brands. Hey there, quick pause here because I have to tell you about a tool that completely transforms the podcasting workflow. Riverside. I get it. I used to juggle multiple platforms just to record one podcast episode. It was exhausting. Zoom for recording, Audacity for editing, and then a bunch of different apps just to create clips and social posts. I've tried other ones as well. They were okay, but they were clunky and super time-consuming. That's where Riverside has massively helped. I can do it all in one place: recording, editing, repurposing, one platform, one streamlined flow. I just log in, record with my guests no matter where they are in the world, and just like that, studio-quality audio and high-resolution video all in one. And get this, even if your Wi-Fi glitches, Riverside records locally on your device so everything sounds and looks crystal clear. But here's my favorite feature, Riverside's AI editing tool. You can remove silences and filler words with just one click. Hours saved. With Magic Clips, Riverside also automatically finds the best moments and turns them into ready-to-post videos for YouTube Shorts, TikTok, Instagram, all without the extra editing. So if you're looking to level up your production quality and simplify your workflow, go to smartpassiveincome.com/Riverside and use code SMART to get 1 month free on the Pro plan. That's smartpassiveincome.com/Riverside, promo code SMART. It's built by creators for creators, and I think you're going to love it.